Hey, this is Lenny Schmidt with Lenny Schmidts Quarantine Comedy. We are back next week live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Oh, and Thursday, special Thursday show. Monday, my friends Paulie V and Josh Weissman from Carnival Cruise Lines. We talk about the entertainers from Carnival, so forth, and what they're doing, how they're surviving, all that good stuff. So live shows are back next week, different platform, all kinds of new stuff. I got a new Facebook page. I got all kinds of stuff going on. But I wanted to put a video up today to give you a little taste of what it is we do on a regular basis. Here's 2 or 3 or 4 or 7 of your favorite performers, a little clip, a little idea of what we're going to be doing. Please tune into the show if you can. Support the artists if you can. Buy an album, follow their Patreon page, whatever you can do. Buy a clip, buy a video, whatever. Or sit back, enjoy the content while you're stuck in your own quarantine. I'm sure you're stuck in your house with nothing to do. Everybody's suffering right now. So here's some comedy. Here's a couple things. Enjoy the show. We'll see you live next week. Thanks. See you. Bye. So let's deal with that. Okay. That's not working. Let's close that. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. Let's get right to it. Folks, the one and only, my good friend, John DeCrosta. Here he comes. Give us a second. Hopefully this will all work out. Look, there he is, John DeCrosta. Hey. John DeCrosta. Waiting. Hey. I can hear you. Hey. Hey, John DeCrosta. Hold on.
Can you not see me?
I can see you. Why would you think I wouldn't see you?
I thought you said I can hear him.
Oh, I always start with that. Hold on. Because I used to have trouble with sound. Okay. Say something now. Say something now.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah, there we
go. Syphilis.
John DeCrosta, ladies and gentlemen, is here live. How are you? Everyone say hello to John DeCrosta, my good friend.
Hi, Lenny Schmidt.
Yeah. Hey, John, how are you?
Miss you, buddy.
I miss you, man. I don't get to see you live in person anymore. It's very annoying.
It's crazy.
And you're not that far from me. You're Woodland Hills.
Yeah, I'm right up the street.
Yeah, but we can't go anywhere. That's the deal.
Well, I started this week. I'm going places.
I saw your Facebook. You were charging up all of your outdoor gear.
I'm done, man. I'm done being a good boy. I'm no more COVID for me.
Oh, you've officially kicked it? You're done?
I kicked my COVID habit. I was good for 2 months, and I said, I'm done living like a hermit, done living in fear in my little cave, and not necessarily in fear, but just, doing the right thing. That doesn't mean I'm doing the wrong thing, but I'm getting out there and I'm enjoying life again. It was putting me in a funky place, man.
Dude, I hear you, man. We're just starting to get to that point here at my place where we're just a little, what the? Sorry. That was crazy. Hold on. Oh, we're so close. Okay, good. Yeah, we're getting at the point now. I got both teenage daughters with me. We got along fantastically till early last week, and it's been kind of a mess since then. So it's been very edgy.
What does that mean? Because of the close quarters?
Yeah, we're just the two. They're both, they're 18 and 16, and and I'm 55. So at some point, it really it's a lot of tears, tantrums, and 1 minute they're happy, then they're crying, then they're mad at me, and I'm afraid. I'm afraid, John.
It sounds like everything I've gone through in the last month.
I think a lot of tears. People yeah.
I've thrown tantrums. I've, look, I'm married, and I think this is the longest we've been together in 30 years.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I've done stand-up for my entire life with my wife, and I'm never home for more than 7 days.
Right.
And this has been, I think we're on 73 days, 10 hours, 12 minutes, and 14 seconds. But I'm not counting.
Yeah. Do you actually have do you have a ticker in the back that gives you notifications every time 5 minutes go by?
Actually, I do it every evening. I make a cocktail like Ed McMahon, and I show me the numbers.
I love it. That's good.
Yeah.
Your own little leaderboard. Fantastic.
We haven't killed each other in how many days?
How many days have we survived? All right. That's the best. That's hilarious. Well, we're surviving. Oh, Troy Linton is here too as well. Troy Linton has chimed in. The one and only Troy Linton I do that a lot. I do. Somebody's here. Guys, there's a lot of people on here. I don't have any questions yet, but here, John, every once in a while I'll get a question. I'll come back. We have quite a few people on here. I shared this to your page today, I think, and the fans of Punchliner page.
Yeah. I just saw that about minutes ago.
So, and now Jason's on. Jason Blanchard is here, of course. I mentioned that.
I love Jason.
Yeah, he's only here to see you.
He has gotten me through this. Oh my God. We have logged so many hours on Xbox together.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys are gamers. You guys,
man.
What game is it you play together?
We play Overwatch and Borderlands 3. We play Overwatch and Borderlands 3, and sometimes I'll be nodding off at like 11 or 12 midnight, and I'll hear, and I'll look at my phone, and it's Jason. He's like, "You up?" I'm like, "It's fucking 3 in the morning where you live. What are you talking about? Can't sleep." And we'll go till the sun comes up, like a couple of nerds with our headsets and our little microphones,
talking to each other. Yeah, talking to each other. I hear you.
It's like an episode of South Park. That we only play when I'm not banned from Xbox for 24 hours.
How do you get banned? Have you been banned from Xbox?
I recently.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Recently, Jason and I were playing, and
I think he told me the story actually.
Yeah, he called.
But tell your version. Tell your version because I want to hear the other side of the equation.
Recently, we were playing, and it's 6-on-6 this game, and there's healers, and there's tanks, and then there's guys that a DPS, damage per second. So you guys are the guys with the guns, and if the tanks are muscling through and the healers are healing everybody, you got to have guys that are firing shit at your opponent. And if somebody's not doing their job, I get pissed. Well, one day, and you could be playing with 6-year-olds, and we often do, but you don't know that unless they're talking on the mic. But if they do talk in the mic, then you're like, this kid is kicking my ass and he's 8.
He's like, man, you suck. I can't believe you guys suck. You and that laugh with Jason.
And I'm like, so one night we were playing, and this guy starts sending me, I was healer for this particular game, and this guy sends me a private message. You can send a text through Xbox, send me a message saying, hey, you ever hear of healing? I said, yeah, it's a thing you do when your team really sucks and they are not doing their job. So we go back and forth. And apparently I got banned for saying fuck 8 times in 3 sentences. Xbox. So my new name on Xbox is Johnny 8 Fuck.
Oh, I was wondering what that meant. Okay, I got it. Johnny 8 Fuck.
I got banned for using the F word 8 times within the span of 3 sentences to a 12-year-old.
Yeah. And just to clarify before we go any further, you are an adult, correct?
Only on paper.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I just want to make sure everyone's confused.
Yeah. In my head and in my soul, I am not an adult.
Well, I knew that. I knew that.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I have a perfect way to show that you're not an adult. Don't move. I'm going to try not to screw this up, John. I'm going to do the best I can. Wait, hold on. Are you there? Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think that worked. If I had this, I don't know if the sound was on. I'm not sure.
I didn't hear the sound.
Well, you heard it. Well, if you heard it, then I think we're okay. We're fine. Okay, then that's good. You'll have to excuse me. I'm finally learning how to use some of this technology.
You're doing good, man. So you're doing good.
Well, I haven't been home like you with your wife, but I haven't been home in my house for more than 3 weeks in maybe 7 years. I can't remember the last time I've been here.
For me, it's been 10 years.
With or without the kids. So there's a lot of shit I don't have. There's shit I don't have certain adapters and stuff. I'm like, I never needed that. I travel. What who cares?
Right.
If I'm like, why should I get it if I'm going to use it twice a year? That's stupid. You know what I mean? Okay.
Right.
So
I'm going through the exact same thing. I moved here 20 years ago for animation voiceover, And now that all the studios are closed, if I book a voiceover gig, whether it be for a film or a video game or a TV show, now you've got to be able to have the technology to record at home. So the last month I've been beefing up my home studio with the microphone, high-end mics and mixers, and I had to upgrade my iOS on my I haven't upgraded my iOS on my laptop since I bought it 7 years ago, which I had.
Now, I thought a lot of the stuff you already had, because you're such a big voiceover guy, so you're constantly doing voiceover.
I have
got to be able to record
stuff.
mobily.
Right. Exactly. Now you actually have to record. The audition you could record on an iPhone if you have to, but now we're talking. You've got to record the job at home, so you have to have some high-end stuff. So I've been kind of trying to beef up my home stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you. Well, just the littlest thing, like I started this and I do it maybe 5 nights a week, was a little over ambitious at the beginning because they constantly had some sort of tech issue somewhere. But and I was doing videos every night. I was releasing a new video, and I'm surprised.
My favorite night is when your backdrop fell on your head and you yelled, "And there's the kitchen." It literally, all your Chicago Blackhawks shit totally fell on your head, and all I saw was flailing hands, and I heard underneath the backdrop, "And there's the kitchen."
I think that was the night my friend Katie was on, and I literally just turned the computer off. I didn't sign off. I was like, I'm so angry. Boop, 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 boop. And then I get messages from the handful of people that check in all the time, and they're like, "Dude, are we done?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're done.
Show's over.
Show's over. Scene
and kitchen."
Oh, look who else is viewing is our guest, folks. I'm going to bring our guest to the show right now. I have lots of people on here, live entertainers, singers, dancers, all kinds of people, mostly comedians, mostly some pianists, piano players. I have all of that. But today I have a special treat for you. I have a fantastic singer, dancer, playlist performer from Carnival Cruise Lines, a very good friend of mine and my daughters, for that matter. My daughters are very excited that Casey is on the show this evening. Please give it up for the one and only Casey Castine. Here she is. I hope I pronounced her name right. I've never had her say her last name, but we're going to give it a shot. There she is. Casey, now we're going to hook up the audio. Right, okay. All right, take it easy. Don't put me on the spot like that, okay? I talk to a lot of people. It's very confusing.
You in LA right now?
I am in LA right now. Are you home? Are you up northeast up there? Why you look miserable? Look at that face. You look sad.
I'm miserable. I want to get back to work. I'm dying.
I know. Have you heard? For those of you that don't know, I mentioned a little bit. Casey's a playlist performer that works for Carnival Cruise Lines. She's fantastic. She's great. I've worked with her on a number of ships. I can't remember how many ships.
A lot.
She does Epic Rock is my favorite show on the whole cruise line, and that was the picture, I believe, that I put up for the promo, was from Epic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was you. It was you. You didn't see it. It was like you.
No, I gotta see it. Is it on your Facebook page?
It's on Instagram. It was the one I couldn't tag you in for some reason.
Oh, okay. No, I'll take a look.
So it's all messed up.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Well,
so I did that. So have you heard anything yet as far as they contacted you?
No, they're being really nonchalant but very professional because they're not going to tell us anything until it's confirmed. It's just sad to see so many people getting laid off. It's just very sad.
Yeah, last week was a rough week. Some people got furloughed, but a lot of people got flat out laid off. And Edie got laid off, who's been with the company for close to 30 years. So it's a tough time for the cruise line. I mean, it's tough. How long you been doing the ships, man? How long? And I know some of these answers, but I'm asking for these people here.
Correct. I've been doing ships for almost 9 years now.
Holy shit! Did you start when you were 4?
So I'm just so young.
Oh, shut up! You're always calling me.
Here we go.
You always call me dad every time.
I know. I was just about to.
I bet. Every time she posts a picture on Facebook in a bikini, I'm like, wow, that's hot. She's like, ew.
I go, thanks, Dad. For respect for your daughters, who I partied with you on the imagination.
I speak with the utmost respect to you when I see you in a bikini. You should see what they say to older women single in a bikini. It's a lot different words I use than "you look great."
Example?
Oh, I can't use it on the internet right now. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. We'll get kicked off. It'll just
I'll get banned. I got censors I have to deal with here.
Like an Instagram live video. Everyone's getting kicked off of those.
Yeah, right. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I've been with Carnival almost 9 years. This is the longest vacation that I've had ever.
Right.
I got off the Vista in January, so this is the longest I've been home.
Right. Where were you supposed to be right now?
The Sunshine.
The Sunshine? Okay.
Yeah, I was up. We would have been, cash changes over. It would have been like the first 3 weeks of our contract. Devastated. I love that ship.
I know, dude. The Sunshine, really? Yeah. The comedy room is not the greatest room in the world, but it's good.
Well, as a boss, as a manager, it's like the largest TCM cabin.
Yeah.
So I was really looking forward to that.
So for strictly selfish reasons, you like it.
And the food that's where all the originated, food from the.
Oh, the food is really great. That Lido deck on the Sunshine crushes. That's really good.
I was very lucky. I requested that ship. I got it, and then it's unfortunate that everything that's happened. But hopefully we'll hear soon and get a schedule going. And at this point, you just gotta take what they give you.
At this point, what?
You gotta take what they give you. Be blessed that you have a job.
Well, I think here's my agent's on. Every once in a while, people sign on, and I give them credit. And my agent is one of those people I've got to give credit to. So.
What's their name?
Steve Smith is my agent. He's doing a great job right now doing nothing. He's awesome.
Hey, Steve.
He's crushing
Good job,
nothing.
Steve.
Yeah, he's crushing nothing. Every once in a while, I get an email saying, update your pictures. And I send an email out going, why?
On LinkedIn, you need it.
Oh, Steve bowed. Very nice. He took a bow. He shared with you guys online. I wanted to have him on today. The day I'm sharing it, please welcome the one and only Steve Briggs. I think I can hear him.
Hey, yes, we did it. We did it.
Yes. Victory. What's up, brother?
Man, just quarantined with my girlfriend, and I've just been, since I haven't been able to shoot as much as I'd like to with my film crew, I've been making her hold the camera or be in stuff every day. So
I've watched every one of them. I can't stop watching. You and your girlfriend are killing me, man.
Thanks, dude.
The moment she slaps you around in the bathroom, it's like you guys are doing really good. It's like I'm proud. I'm shooting stuff with my girls, but it's nowhere near the content that you're pumping out of your place over there. It's really impressive. Man.
Thanks, man. I had to break her down to do it because I would bug her until she'd do it. But now that she's getting to do the slap one, she liked that. And I was like, look, you really don't have to slap me hard. And she's like, but I like that.
No, we're good. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I can't get my daughters to. The first they're like, yeah, Dad, it sounds like fun. And then after a couple of videos, they're like, no, Dad, we don't want to do these. So in all the videos, I got to make them look like the hero, or I got to pick one specific day that we can shoot so that they can get up and do makeup. And then once they're okay and I have the camera running, I shoot a ton of shit. So I'm like, okay, let's just get it all in the thing. And
then, she won't shoot either until she has full makeup on.
Yeah, it's very difficult. You're like, but the second they're ready, you got to be loaded and go, okay, let's do it. Let's shoot everything. And you just shape, put it on a hard drive, and then edit it a week or two later.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Right on. So, what's cool?
Do your girls have more followers than you or less followers than you?
My daughter Lily has a ton of followers on her Instagram. She's dusting me behind. She's just getting into some of this influencer stuff too.
Oh, wow.
She got to deal with a couple clothing places, so she's doing all that now. Yeah, so
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I kind of been helping her with that, heading that. But she's plus she's one of those kids. She's 15, and she takes pictures. She looks like she's 28. It's a little creepy. It's a little uncomfortable. Yeah. But it's today. What am I supposed to do? I can't go.
I don't know.
I don't want to go no. You know what I mean? Because it's such. I wish I had this stuff when I was 16, bro. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah. Right. It's like you have a fan base when you're a kid.
Yeah. It's too late for me now. I'm done. I'm on the other end of the hill. I can't. My fan base is the type that still has 12 o'clock flashing on their VCR. let's get to it. I have a guest here. He's waiting for him. He's been waiting a long time. He's probably confused right now, but I'm sure he's going to be okay. Let's bring him in. He is also a stand-up comedian. I met him working on cruise ships. I believe he's from Cleveland, Ohio. But when I met him and talked to him, I found out that he studied at Second City. So we started talking a lot. We know a lot of the same people. I studied at IO in Chicago, Improv Olympic. I studied with Del Close over there, and he studied at Second City. So it's a pleasure to have an improviser on. This is my first true improviser that's going to be on the show. I'm quite impressed that he's going to be here. Let's give it up for the one and only Mr. Cody Dove. Here he comes. Let's bring him in and see if it works. So far, the glitching. Is that your parents' place or your place?
Family place. My sister and my parents are both on the same place, and I was between places when everything went down. I was on a ship, probably like you, when they said, in my case, they go within 12 hours. They said, "Can we get you to stay out here? Can you stay through May 20th?" And I go, "Sweet, let's let it ride." Absolutely. And then less than 12 hours, they go, "You're going home tomorrow."
On second thought, get out.
Yeah, get
I actually
your stuff.
made it to an airport. I made it all the way to an airport in Nassau, and they were like, Can you stay?" And I go, "Well, yeah, but I'm gonna have to go back." And they go, "That's fine." So I go, "Okay, well, you can get me back on the ship," because they're real picky about that. You know what I mean? They got to re-embark or whatever. So I had to go all the way back to the ship, and they let me back on. And they go, "Can you stay till like April something?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course, I'm in. Sure, I'll stay for whenever." And sure enough, we sailed, and it wasn't even, we were barely out of port. Like, "You guys are going home Sunday." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, and in retrospect, we were the lucky ones because I have friends. Like there's the Norwegian Joy is in the Philippines right now,
right? And
they're still disembarking citizens of that country right now. So we were lucky as domestic people to get out of there when we could. I wouldn't have minded it. You and I have both done long stints out there. We would have been fine, but still, it's nice to have an audience.
Yeah, well, I gotta be honest with you. Right there toward the end, I felt safer on the ship anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think ships have gotten such a bad rap through this whole deal. Everyone's like, "I wouldn't get on a cruise ship." I was like, "Screw you. That's the best place to be right now. There's sanitizer everywhere. You know what I mean? I don't care. I'm good."
Yeah.
They're so uber careful,
You're
right.
right.
I'm sorry. I chime in. Russ Nagel's here. Russ Nagel just chimed in. I don't know if you know Russ Nagel. He's a comic, good friend of mine up in Utah. Anytime somebody signs in, I say hello to him real quick. So,
that's great. That's great. I did the thing that you were talking about as well. I did the reach out to ex-girlfriends that they're not interested because I was like, "Hey, look at this clarity I've had in my life." You look back, you go, "Oh, maybe I should have picked the relationship instead of the gig." That's always the move of like, you're great, and then some gig comes along, and you're like, "Okay, here we go."
You mean I can work?
Yeah, exactly. That's that. I was talking earlier about someone with this where it's weird in show business. You have this mindset of scarcity. So when gigs come along, you're like, "Yes," but like we were talking about on the ship when they're like, "You can stay here till May." I was like, "Please, yes."
Right. Well, there's a meme flying around Facebook now. It's like, no comedian likes to look at their calendar and see an empty pages. That's the worst thing to see. So I remember when I started out, it was really all about just filling your calendar. That's all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the more you look ahead, you go, "Dude, I got 8." And it's so funny because it's short term. Nobody's got a job for 5 years. Everything's like, "Dude, for 6 months, I am gold. I am gold." And
that is the best feeling.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
By mid-February, if you have a pretty good idea what up until like October looks like, at least you're like, I'm in heaven.
Yeah. Well, you do. Well, the guy I had on yesterday, I had a friend on yesterday who it's the same thing. Like anything you do in this business, I don't care what it is, whether you're a comic, actor, producer, writer, every time you have a gig, you're hustling for the next gig.
Yeah.
So you're constantly looking for the next gig. So even when you have 6 months of work, you're like, "This is great. Now what about March or next month?" You're always constantly thinking farther down the road.
I've been lucky. Second City's kept me busy. We've had shows. I was averaging about 4 shows a week of different kinds and then some private gigs too. And what's been fun because of the shows that I've been doing, I improvise and I've been hosting them. We don't have the budget of like NBC or something like that. So I was able to get a lot of cool guests. Like I was improvising with Bob Odenkirk a few weeks ago and stuff like that, because as long as they have the time and want to do it, you don't have to fly them in. You don't have to put them up at a hotel. So it's been a lot of fun. I was randomly singing songs with the Goo Goo Dolls. Like this is a weird experience, man.
Dude, that's the coolest thing ever. Yeah, well, everybody's got time on their hand, first of all. So this is the best time. People are asking me to do this show now. You know what I mean? I'm like, "Oh, this is great." for like an
Yeah.
hour because nobody's doing nothing. Even on a Friday, you know what I mean? No one's
Yeah.
got nothing going on.
What was it like last night to be? Was it last night you were in an actual club?
Yeah, San Clemente. I went down to San Clemente, which is about an hour south of me, and
Okay.
I drove down there and did a gig. It was great, man. I'll be honest with you, I was worried about remembering stuff, because I've done a couple of Zoom shows where I've forgotten some bits. I had one joke last night that I screwed up and I forgot, but I managed to remember it and save it at the end. And I told the crowd going in, they all knew, they all got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a huge turnout, wasn't like a lot of people.
Yeah.
But the room was capacity too close to what capacity is supposed to be now, whatever it is, like 60% or whatever the hell
Okay.
it is. And they were, but dude, after the show, they were great. They were all like coming up. Yeah, they were like, you were fun. They were real grateful and happy. It was just everybody was happy to be out and happy to get a show.
That's
and
good.
The staff is happy to be working. I mean, everybody's just happy to be back out again. It was really
that's
it was
good to know. It's as you know, as much fun as it is to connect people through technology, connect with people. It is not the same to in a chat to have people be like ha 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 ha. It's just not. And I was worried too. I watched that last Chappelle special. That it was the great message that he did there. And I have a buddy that lives next to him in Ohio, so I was like, I wonder if my buddy's there. But even the response that he was getting, now it wasn't intended this way. There weren't a ton of like momentous laughs.
Yeah, it was more poignant and point of view than it was. Punchlines and right.
But the laugh breaks that he got, on
but it was
purpose,
brilliant. I don't want to insult it anyway. It was a brilliant.
No. I just thought it was interesting because of the way crowds now are spaced out, and maybe you felt this too. And when he's, he's hitting on all cylinders, and he would throw out something that was intentionally funny that was designed to get a laugh, and you heard the scattered applause of an outdoor audience, and I was like, ugh. Yeah, yikes.
Dude, it brings back memories. Have you ever done like an outdoor picnic or cookout or festival or something?
Yes.
I hate those. I never did. There was a thing they used to do in Milwaukee years ago called I can't remember what it was called. It was a big deal. Summerfest.
Summerfest. Yeah.
And comics every year would do Summerfest, and I never ever did Summerfest. I did Taste once, but I've never done Summerfest. But I always hated doing an outdoor festival because you just feel like you're at a family cookout with a microphone. And you're annoying people. People are trying to eat. And there's half the people are watching you. Some people are playing frisbee. It's just a weird vibe to be dealing with, But actually
interrupting their ultimate frisbee tournament. Yeah.
Now I don't want to be bothering them or anything like that. But I've been doing the Zoom shows. Robbie is here. I'm sorry, Robbie Davis is here. I got to say hello to Robbie.
Oh, nice.
I say hello to everybody, especially my Patreon members who pay money for the service. So I make sure that they get some sort of credit. The outdoor festival thing. Where was I going with that? Like the Zoom show. Have you been doing any live Zoom shows, like stand-up comedy or improv Zoom shows?
Yeah, that's what all the Second City ones are. I've been doing about 4 a week, and then what's nice is sometimes they're corporations too. What's weird though, even if you've been doing it for a long time, like example, when we had Bob Odenkirk on, it was like 6,000 people watching, right? But when you're in a Zoom platform, it could be 5 people, it could be 6,000. It doesn't really feel that difference. You're not backstage feeling the murmur of 6,000 people. So
no, it's not different at all. There's no energy. There's no, you have that certain energy before a show. Where when the room's packed, you feel it,
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
in a Zoom show, it's like you have no idea. And even on Zoom, they only show you so many people, and you can set it up so you see yourself and a couple of people. So you have no idea. But even when you perform in those Zoom shows that I've noticed,